Hi friends, welcome back, or if you're joining us for the first time, welcome to the channel. My name is T and this is my YouTube channel, Compass T and Sewing. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the newly released summer patterns for McCall's. And as always, I'm going to give you my thoughts and my impressions, as well as tell you the patterns that I intend to buy from this collection. I posted this collection over on Instagram and I wanted to get the general consensus among my following as to which patterns they liked from this collection and which patterns they did not like. Unfortunately, this collection did not do so well over on Instagram among my following. However, I find that when I make a pattern from a particular collection and then I later post it, a lot of people change their minds and they would think, oh, wow, I did not think that this pattern had this potential. So let's kind of look at these patterns objectively and see like what they have to offer, what we can do with them. And then maybe later on, you can actually find something within this collection that you might actually want to buy. So let's go ahead and start with the McCall's M8405. This is a missus dress with sleeve and length variations. Now, at first glance, I was thinking to myself, no. But I also looked at the sleeve on this pattern on, let's see, what view is this? View B. It has a gathered sleeve head and it has like this puffy sleeve look, which is really nice. It has a V neckline. Both of those things I really love. Now, this pattern does have like a lot of panels that you're stitching together. And then on top of those panels that you're stitching together, you're doing top stitching detail as well. You also have this cup that looks like you're either going to be sewing a bra cup or either stitching around the bra area to get like this bra cup. I don't know because I don't have the pattern and I haven't been able to read the instructions, so I don't know exactly how it's assembled. However, it looks like you're going to have different panels. If you don't have panels, it looks like you're going to be folding your fabric over to create this look that you have panels, and then you're doing top stitching. Now, the description says that this is a fit and flare dress with corset details that has a sweetheart neckline or a V-shaped neckline. So you have two different neckline variations there. You also have sleeve variations. So you can do a sleeveless variation, or you could do a gather sleeve version, or you could do the option that have scraps. You also have narrow hem and also a invisible back zipper. So I do like this pattern. Like I said, at first glance, I was thinking no, but I do like the gathered sleeve head and the puffy detail, the puff sleeve detail, which is something that I've been gravitating towards this summer. As you can see, I am wearing a sleeve that have gathering on the sleeve head and a puff sleeve. This is the Friday Pattern Company Sagebrush top. I haven't done a pattern review of it yet, but it will be coming on the channel soon. So this is one of the variations that I have made with the Sagebrush top, and I'm really happy with it and how it turned out. And so I'm really gravitating towards those types of garments these days. I recently made the Nomi ME2016, which is a pattern by Nikki Brooks, and I'll put it here so you can see what it looks like. And I absolutely love that pattern and also the way that that dress turned out. So I have been gravitating towards these puffy sleeves. So I was thinking maybe I can even hack this pattern and make a shirt if I don't want to do the dress, because I do think that it's going to be quite a project because of all of the different either panels or folding of the fabric so that you can get like this panel look and this top stitching detail look. So it's going to be quite of a challenge for those of you who aren't normally making these types of patterns. So, but I think that the style is really fun. I like that it has this cinched in waist detail and this flared skirt. That is the things, those are the types of details that I look for in my dresses. I really love fitted at the waist, flared at the hips, because that's just for my preferences and also for my silhouette. I really like those types of styles. So anyway, I like that pattern. I'm considering getting it to hack it into a top, but don't quote me on that. I haven't decided if I'm going to get that pattern yet, but I do think it is a fun pattern. Next, we have the Mrs. Knit bodysuit and top by Brandy Joan. So this is the McCall's M8407. And the description says that this is a faux corset style bodysuit and top that have cap sleeves, a double bodice, V neckline, and bias tape finishing on your armhole. And the bodysuit has a snap tape closure. So I have mixed reviews for this one, mixed feelings, because I don't normally wear things that have like a deep cutouts in the back. I don't wear deep cutouts in the front or deep necklines. And this pattern has both of those things. So I usually don't wear those types of garments where it's a low cut on the front and deep in the back. However, looking at this pattern objectively, I think that this is a really great pattern. I think it's really cool for those individuals who are wearing these types of things. It's really fun. And I think it is also really trendy as well. So you can do the bodysuit or you can just do the top. You don't have to do the bodysuit if you don't want to do the bodysuit variation. So I think that that's a really good pattern and I really like that. For this next pattern, this is also by Brandy Joan, and it is the McCall's M8410, and the description says that this is a slightly cropped button down collar shirt and collar band. You have a drop shoulder sleeve, cuffs, and a back yoke. You can pair it with a mini skirt that also comes with this pattern as well. And it's pleated and have side slanted pockets, a fly front zipper, and you have a button closure on your waistband, and you also have darts. Now, I think this is a really fun pattern. This is also rated as average, so this is going to be for your intermediate sewists. I like the skirt. I don't dislike the top. It's just we see a lot of these button-down shirts and in all of the collections, right? So we just had one released with Simplicity. We had one released with Butterick. And so we have a lot of these button-down shirts already. The only difference with this one is you do have your dropped shoulder. So if you want to get this pattern instead of the Simplicity or the Butterick pattern, this one does have a drop shoulder and it makes for easier construction. And then also you have this arched hem in the front of the garment, which it's really easy to do that with the patterns, the other button down patterns. If you have those patterns, it's really easy to create that arch there. I like the fact that they included this mini skirt. I think that the two look really well together. And I like how she paired it there with the shirt that you saw in the previous pattern. So I really like that outfit and I think it's really cool. I think it's really nice. But again, you might have something similar in your stash and you could probably tweak it to get the same style. This next pattern is my favorite of the entire collection. This is the McCall's M8408 Mrs. Shorts and Pants. I really love the asymmetrical color blocked options here that you have in this collection, and you can do it for both the pants and the shorts. So that's for view A and B. The description says that this is a patchwork shorts and pants with contour waistband featuring a fly front zipper, back darts, top stitched hems, and pockets. Views A and B. For the pants, you have contrast panels. So again, I really, really like this, and I'm definitely going to be getting this. You do have kind of like a wider bell shaped hem there, or not hem, sorry, leg. So I really like that, and we see a lot of those things trending. The really big baggy pants are really trending right now. This is another pattern that's actually trending. I see it on the runways. I have seen it on the Marcus and Neiman website. I've seen it on Zimmerman. I've seen it on Lord & Taylor. So it's this dress that have cutouts on the side. The description says that it's a knotted dress. It's a knotted shirt dress that have sleeve and length variations. The dress has side waist cutouts, collar stand, double yoke, front bands, and a back invisible closure. So I've seen this, like I said, on all of those sites. So I know it's really trendy. For me personally, I don't wear, like I said, a lot of cutouts, especially side cutouts, V necklines, back cutouts. I don't really wear a lot of cutouts. I like the dress and I think it's really unique. I've seen Several people sew these types of styles, including Mimi G and a few of my mutuals over on Instagram that I have seen sew these. So I know that they can sew up well depending on the type of fabric that you have and that you use. And then also depending on how you accessorize it, they can look really amazing. But again, it's not something that I would be getting because I don't do cutouts very often. So next we have a men's pattern, and I thought that this was very interesting in a good way. And I really like this pattern because we're using different fabrics. So this is the men's knit shirts and shorts pattern, McCall's M8414. And the description says that this is a men's knit shirts with exposed front zipper that have a collar, short sleeves, front pockets with a band. You also have, for view A, you can use a separating zipper. For view B, the shirt has a contrast on the collar and the bands. You have pull-on shorts with an elastic and drawstring waist, and you also have pockets and a stitched hem. Now, why I said that this is interesting is we're using knit fabrics for men, and normally when you see shorts or pants or, tops, we're using things like chambray, cotton poplin, cotton lawn, some type of viscose fabrics, or, those types of fabrics for your pants. Usually you're using like gabardine and things of that nature. So I think that this is a different take on a men's pattern. I know Julian from Julian Creates came out with a pattern that is for knits for men as well. And so we do have a few out there, but we don't have as many as we have patterns that use those stable woven fabrics. So I think that this is really fun, and I like seeing that for the collection. Next, we have the McCall's M8406, which is a missus dress with sleeve and hem variations. Now, this is unique. If you look at the illustration, it does not look really well. I don't really like the illustration very much. This bat wing dress that have like a slimmer silhouette for the lower portion of the body with a high empire waistline, it's always been very unique to me. I think you definitely have to choose, your fabric has to be spot on for these types of garments. I think it can make or break the pattern. Let's read the description. It says empire waist dress with a sleeve and hemline variation that has a shawl collar neckline, narrow hem, bias skirt, and also invisible side zipper. So yeah, I think it just depends on the type of fabric that you choose. I think I'm going to wait and see how many people in the sewing community sew this and how they sew it. Sometimes when I'm giving these reviews, I'm thinking, no, absolutely not. And then someone will come and change my opinion on the pattern. And so immediately I'm thinking, no, 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 because it just doesn't look like something I would wear. It doesn't look like something that would look right on my body. But I'm going to reserve some of my commentary until I see if someone make it and see if it looks good on different body shapes, and then also see what it looks like. So yeah, I'm going to wait on that one. Now, this next pattern is a very easy wrap skirt pattern that is designed for beginners. It's classified as very easy. However, you do have button details, and you have a few details that make me question whether or not this is a very easy pattern. It might be easy, but I don't know if it's very easy. So it says learn to sew a skirt that has piping, bands, buttonholes, and it's a wrap skirt pattern. You have two different lengths. You can use a hook and bar closure and a button closure, back darts, interface bands and tie. View B and C have contrast options, and then view B has an attached tie, and view C has purchased piping that you're going to add to it. So that's quite a bit for beginners, I think. I think this would be more for your advanced beginners. But I do like this option. always love when they include different options, especially learn to sew patterns for your beginners, because I think adding those to each collection keep them interested and keep them going out to buy more patterns so that they can increase their skill set. So I really like that they actually put that in the collection. Next, we have the McCall's M8412. Now you have two different patterns here. You have one for plus, and then you have one for your regular sizes. Now, at first glance, it looked like a whole bunch of pieces that are very easy and very simple, and nothing is new about them, which that can be the case. We have a Vogue pattern that was very similar to this. It was a lingerie set that came out in the previous collection, minus the bodysuit. So we had the shorts, the pants, and the robe from Vogue. However, what I like about this collection is view A, which is that swimsuit bodysuit variation there. We don't have a lot of swimsuits that are, modest in this sense. We have a lot of V-neck lines. We have deep cutouts in the back, or side cutouts, or off the shoulder. I'm thinking of a Vogue pattern that I have, as well as I think a quick sew pattern and a simplicity pattern, like a few patterns that I have that I can remember have these details that I'm describing. Now, this one here is a little bit more modest. I also like that it's in a plus size, which we only have, I think, two patterns that I can think of that are swimsuits that have a plus size in them. One of them is a butterick pattern that was released several years ago. I'll put it here. I actually sewed that pattern. It's pretty decent pattern. And then there's another pattern I think that came out from either Simplicity or McCall's last year that have some plus size options. So we don't have a lot in the way of plus sizes. And so that's why I'm really excited to see this. And I think that it is a really fun, simple sew. It is rated as easy. Your very easy and easy categories are usually for your beginners and advanced beginners. I would definitely say that this is something that beginners and advanced beginners can sew. It seems very simple, and each pattern within this pattern, you only have a few pattern pieces that you're putting together. So I think for this swimsuit option, you might have 4 or 5 pattern pieces. For the robe, you might have about 5 pieces as well. Shorts, about 3 to 4 or 5 pieces. Again, same thing with the pants. So you're not using a lot of pieces for each individual item. So I think that they will be very easy. And again, you get your regular sizes and your plus sizes. I'm really excited about that. This next one is a 1960s vintage inspired pattern. And the description says that it is a slim silhouette. You have a sleeveless option. It is a pullover dress that consists of 2 main pieces and your facings. So this is going to be for your beginners as well. So those of you who are beginners that are looking to branch into the vintage pattern category here, this will probably be really easy to start with. You just have your front and your back pattern piece, and then you have your facings for your neckline. So really easy for that. You have French darts, vents on your side seams, and then you have 3 different neckline variations. You have a round, a square, and a V neckline. So that would be really fun for beginners as well. Next, we have the McCall's M8401, which is Mrs. Dresses. This is a 1950s inspired dress. You have a midriff dress with 4 gore gathered skirts. So I'm already tuned out. I don't really like gored skirts, or skirts where you have to put, that kind of stuff into your dress. So the midriff is seamed to bodice back. Front midriff is faced and included in side seams and waistline seam only. You have the complete front bodice underneath the midriff, corded piping and waistline seam, small collar, back neck opening, and left side zipper placket, short set-in sleeves, optional rick and rack trim. So if you want to put some trim on your dress, you can purchase some trim. And yeah, this is very detailed. It's rated as easy. I don't think that this is going to be easy. I think it's going to be more for your advanced, your intermediate and advanced sewers here. I don't think this would be easy at all. Next, we have another Mrs. dress. So this is the Mrs. Caftan in 2 lengths, McCall's M8413. Easy to sew, caftan in 2 lengths, has ruching in the front. You have a drawstring that ties at the bottom, a V-shaped neckline, dome sleeves, and narrow hem. View C caftan has contrast on the left side of the body, and this is classified as very easy. And I would agree with that. With these styles, you usually have maybe your front and your back pattern piece, and sometimes the front and the back pattern piece are the same. You also have a really minor, easy detail with the drawstring. So you're just sewing a casing down the front, and you're putting your drawstring in that front, and then you just pull that drawstring. Very simple and easy. I would definitely say this is for beginners and advanced beginners. It doesn't look like you have any other closures or anything like that. I would consider buying this. I would consider buying this. It's something different, something that I'm not normally sewing, but it also looks like it could be very fun. So I would consider buying that one as well. And I would consider, you know, hacking it, maybe even making it shorter or making it a top. I think it would be really fun to do something like that. All right, so let's look at one more pattern. This is a men's pattern. So this is a men's lined vest, shirt, tie, and bow tie. Vests have front welt pockets, back and so the back and the back belt are cut out of lining. You have a shirt with buttoned front and has a pleated yoke forming forward shoulder seams. You have cuff variations, and you have a line tie and a bow tie as well. So really fun, easy men pattern there. Actually, it's classified as average, so that's going to be for your intermediate sewist. And I would consider getting this for my husband because he has since grown out of some of the vest and shirt patterns that I have had in the past. So I definitely will be purchasing this one for my husband, which I think is fun. But if you already have something similar, it's going to be, you know, your standard pattern that they put out for men, which I think is really fun. Now, for the rest of the collection, we have children's patterns, we have a nurse pattern, we also have, you know, a few accessory type patterns and things of that nature, costume patterns from the collection. Again, I don't really give commentary on those types of things because I don't really I sew apparel for adults. So I thought that this collection overall was really fun. Now for the Nomi patterns, I'll just tell you the Nomi patterns that I intend to buy. I just think that this collection is really fun. It's really exciting. I love seeing, you know, new designers specifically from the sewing community, you know, putting their designs out there and reproducing them for everyone to take advantage of or to be able to use those patterns. So I really like the Nomi collection. I thought that all the garments in this collection were really great. The patterns that I am considering purchasing from the Nomi collection is so I would consider this one. The only drawback is the size for me. So this is a women's one-piece swimsuit cover up. So this one is by Aronica B. Cole. And you have a lined one-piece swimsuit that has a deep V neckline. So for me, I would probably close up the V a little bit. You have a halter strap and inside self bra with insert pads, a wrap style cover-up that has wide long sleeves and an angled back seam. Side seam pockets and a belt and side seam loops. So I absolutely love this. I particularly like the cover up. I even think that we can turn that cover up into a dress. You can turn it into a top. You can shorten the sleeves and put elastic in the sleeves. I really, really like that. Now, as far as the swimsuit, as I mentioned before, a lot of these swimsuits, either they're backless or have a deep V. Now, I wouldn't mind making this to go with the cover up, but as a standalone piece, I just probably wouldn't wear it standalone. So I'm really glad that she included the cover up for people like me. Now, in terms of sizes, the reason why I said that I would consider buying it, and I'm not quite for certain if I'm going to buy it, is because of the size range. So it starts at a 16W and it goes up to a 38W. So I don't know if that 16W will be in my size range or not, but I would consider buying it. I'm going to see what the finished garment measurements are, if they have any listed in the instructions or on the back of the envelope, and then I will go from there. And if I purchase it, you guys will know, because today is the McCall's sale and I will be going out to see if my Joann have these patterns. The next pattern that I am thinking about purchasing is the ME2040. This one is by Brittany J. Jones. Description says that it is a scrappy dress with high back and long or midi length. You have a close fit bodice. You have slit on your side, front slit at the princess seam, A-line skirt, waist seams, back waist darts, and side seam invisible zip. View B has a crisscross back strap. So I really like this. I love the fit and flare dress. I think it's a really great summer dress. It would look really cute in like a lemon print or orange print. And I'm not talking about the color orange or lemon. I'm talking about the fruit, right? So I have a few prints that are lemons, oranges, different types of fruits. I think it would be so cute in the summer with those types, or your classic cherry prints, like those cute little cherries. They usually come in black or white. I even have a viscose of the white, and I have a cotton of the black. So I'm thinking of how can I use, my fruit patterns for this particular pattern here, which I think is really cute. Obviously, I will put a cover up on with it. But other than that, I think it is a really great pattern. Love that one. And then the other pattern I'm thinking about getting is the Know Me ME2046. Now, this one's by Nikki Brooks. Love this one. Now, when I first saw this, it was at a time when my AC wasn't working and my husband had to fix my AC and it was really hot. And I was thinking to myself, like, I am not wearing a long sleeve, long dress in the summer. But I started thinking about what kind of fabrics you can actually use with this in the summer. You can use like a stretchy mesh type fabric, and you can put your bodysuit or your swimsuit underneath of this, which will be so cute. I think would be so cute for the summer. And then you can get like that breeze. And then this pattern is actually universal. And then I also thought about with some of these patterns that look more like their fall patterns, or early winter patterns that have really long sleeves and things of that nature. I thought, hey, we do have people around the world that are in different seasons than we are. And so I think it's really nice that designers like include, like when they're designing these patterns, they're thinking about, everyone participating. And you can definitely use different fabrics and things of that nature. Now, this pattern has a really high slit on the side. I would probably close that up so I can wear it as a dress. And if I want to wear it with a pair of slacks underneath as presented on the cover of the envelope, then I would leave that really high slit up like that. But if I want to wear it as a dress, I can just, you know, sew that slit down. I think that this is a really unique, it's basic, but it's very, very unique in that you can use different fabrics. You can hack it. I really like the simple patterns because you can use those blocks and you can like just add to those blocks. So I really like this pattern and I'm thinking about getting that one. Next pattern that I'm thinking about getting is this one here by Erica Bunker. Now she was newly added to the Know Me designers. So this is her first pattern. I love the bodysuit and the pants. Again, very basic styles, but you can definitely put your own spin on these. I like this. It's the ME2043. I really love the bodysuit. I think the bodysuit is so cute, and I like the way that she presented it on the cover of the envelope. You have a sheer sleeve, but you have a solid, it's really opaque, you know, bodysuit there for your main part of the body, which I think is really cute. These pants are to die for. I love these pants. They do remind me of a pair of Butterick pants that came out a couple years ago, but this one is slimmer in the thigh, and then it flares out on the bottom. So it's not quite like that Butterick pattern, but I do like this. It has slanted pockets. I love the details on the front there, the button details. Such a cute, cute pair of trousers. And so I'm thinking about getting that one. I don't know. I'm not thinking about it. I am going to get that one. I'm going to get that one because I really do like that. There's this men's convertible pants and shorts that I'm also thinking about getting for my husband because he loves cargo style type garments, and I can definitely see like I can put, you know, cargo pockets on the side, or there's like this big pocket on the front as well. So he loves pockets, additional pockets and things like that on his garments. And so I think this would be really, really fun as well. Men's shorts and pants that convert to shorts using zipper, and you have a cargo pocket, fly front zipper, waistband with belt loops for your twill tape, and then also webbing, belt, and a parachute buckle closure as well. So I think that would be fun for my husband, and even if my husband didn't like it, I probably would sew the shorts for myself. And so I'm thinking about those patterns. So that is my thoughts and my review of the McCall's summer patterns and the patterns that I'm going to buy from McCall's and also from Know Me. So if you are interested in any of these patterns, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know patterns that you are intending to buy, or if you already have bought them, and what you intend to do or make with these patterns. Thank you all for tuning in today and for hanging out with me. I can't wait to talk to you all in the next video. I hope you all have a happy and blessed Saturday and a happy sewing week. And until next time, stay creative, my friends. Bye.